as we're gathered together in worship, we want to spend some time as a church praying for our world and praying specifically for what's going on in Ukraine right now. And so we're going to give a little bit of space for us to just take a few moments and pray, but I just wanted to suggest maybe a biblical framework of a couple things that we could pray about. The Bible tells us to advocate for those who are vulnerable. And so let's spend some time praying for the people of Ukraine. And then also it seems like there are people attempting to protest in Russia that are facing some dire consequences when they do so. So for the people involved in this conflict that are vulnerable, let's lift them up in prayer. The Bible also tells us to pray for our leaders. So let's spend some time praying for global leaders, our country, Ukraine, other NATO countries, and Russia as well. And the Bible tells us that there's no greater sacrifice than someone who would lay down their life for another. And so let's pray for those in the armed forces. The Bible also tells us that God is close to the brokenhearted, and sadly, a number of lives have already been lost in Ukraine. And so let's pray for the families of those victims. And finally, our God is a God of shalom, a God of peace. And so let's pray for peace in Ukraine and for peace in that whole area of the world. So we want to give you a little bit of space now to do just that. Let's pray for the vulnerable. Let's pray for our global leaders. Let's pray for our armed forces. Let's pray for the brokenhearted. And let's earnestly pray for an end of tyranny and for peace to return in Ukraine. Let's spend some time praying together.